Oftentimes people ask me, what is the most badly done exercise around? Of course, you can think of complex exercises like a deadlift, like a squat, like a power clean, like a snatch. Of course, these are more complex exercises, which of course make it more likely that people will have bad technique. But one of the most badly done exercise that is very simple on the surface is the dumbbell lateral raise. Most people, the way they do it, they will get next to zero deltoid development, because after all, it should be an isolation exercise for that part of your body, but the way most people do it, it turns out to be either mostly a trap exercise or even, well, a movement that doesn't do anything. Now, in this capsule, I'm going to cover the two biggest mistakes people make when they do lateral raise, rendering the movement basically ineffective at what they're trying to accomplish. Now, the first mistake is, of course, using too much swing to get the weight up. Of course, this is out of ego, people using way too much weight for what they're capable of doing, using 45, 50-pound dumbbells, where they can like shoulder press 150 pounds, which doesn't make any sense. The way they achieve that is by using lower body momentum to get the weight up, like this. So basically, you are creating momentum to lift the dumbbell from the bottom position to that position here, like using momentum. It goes up to here, bending the arms so they can use more weight, and oftentimes they even duck down to finish the movement. Basically making sure that not a single muscle receive any type of stimulation at all. Now, that's the first mistake, probably the most common one. The second mistake is using the traps to initiate the movement. You have to remember one of the basic principles of muscle mechanics is the muscle that in which there's the first tension created. So the first muscle that comes into contraction or high tension will be the muscle that will be used to do most of the work during the exercise. So if you initiate the lateral raise by shrugging up, then it's the traps that will receive most of the stimulation. Then you decrease the stimulus on the deltoid, which is what you're trying to accomplish. Now, the reason why people make that mistake is that they're thinking of lifting the weight up instead of pushing the weight away, which is how you should be doing a lateral raise. If you're doing up, I'm lifting up, then the traps are doing the work. If I'm pushing away, then the deltoid will do most of the work, and it allows you to really get that peak contraction here, whereas if I'm shrugging here, then my deltoid is under very little tension. So the two biggest mistakes to avoid if you want to really be able to target those deltoids is to avoid using momentum to get the weight up, letting your ego out of the door. Even when I bench pressed 445 and military press 275, the most weight I ever used for lateral raises was about 25, maybe 30-pound dumbbells for sets of 6. Not that heavy, but I was really focusing on squeezing the right muscle, pushing away and getting that peak contraction. That's how you learn to build deltoids using lateral raises. Not ego, mind-muscle connection.